We got the Audis, the Subarus, the Mercedes out here in front of Goodwill, but okay, Goodwill. Hey guys, it's Michael Todd, and welcome to the Cult of Vintage. Yeah, you saw it. We're at Goodwill. I don't know, it looks like it's really busy in here, so filming is going to be an adventure today. We are right next door to an antique mall, so I thought, let's go ahead and do both. We've done this before, so we're going to try it out again today and see if today is a good day. It's a beautiful day out, I can tell you that much, so let's hope that we find the vintage and antiques. Here we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and check out the linens here. The last time I was here, I found this really amazing one. Now, I am digging that yellow one. It is a little small, so I decide I'm going to pass on it. This one's cute, little Winnie the Pooh. I don't think it's really vintage. Oh, this Afghan here, actually kind of really like that. Unfortunately, the yarn, it's like really thin, kind of scratchy. I do like the color combo, but the quality of the yarn, it's gonna have to be a pass. These like 90s, do you remember these? These are all the rage. Subject matter, that's really gonna be what sells it. The pine cones, it's a little too specific, maybe a little too holiday-ish, so we're gonna have to leave that one behind. Up next here, oh god, the feeling of those wax dipped stuffed animals. Remember when that was all the rage? Times have changed, and thankfully some things have changed for the better. That's so mean. There probably are people out there that absolutely love their wax covered teddy bears. I don't know. These guys are cute, but they're new. Hey, check these out. We've got some Ray Dunn glass ornaments here. The comps seem to be pretty good on these. I gotta say, I think we're gonna go ahead and pick them up. Now, they are new, but I think that these are great. There's a great value. I really like them. $7, let's do it, guys. All right, we are headed into the white aisle here. Don't see anything at first. And then I spot these. Aren't these amazing? I love this pattern. There's a lot of serving pieces here. Love the gravy boat. Unfortunately, there is a hairline on it. It's priced individually at $1.99. Given the condition, I'm going to pass on that one. I wasn't able to identify immediately a manufacturer on these. I love it. It's a great like 60s, like a late 50s, mid 60s. Oh, there we go. It is reading Allegheny ware. I know it's kind of hard to see there on the camera. We do have a serving platter. I was kind of interested in that piece. The bowls, the plates here. Ooh, look at this. The Lumos Knox. Harry Potter fans out there, I think that's super cute. And now I'm not going to get the light switch, of course, but these are interesting. You can obviously see there's a whole place setting here, but I'm going to kind of stay away from the serving pieces. Up next, little fondue, anybody? This one is a newer one. It's very much made to look retro. I do leave it behind. That's just one of those things. Not too sure how much value would be on that. As you can see, the aisles are kind of bare, and then I do spot this orange glass here, but turning it over, we can see that the glass is actually stained. In other words, the coloring is adhered chemically to the glass rather than being colored. Olay, hello. She's bright and colorful. Hey, these dolls can have some value on them. Do you remember this? Do you know what this aisle is called? It's the Aisle of Passion. Today it was lacking some passion, I will say that. It was a little picked over, a little heartbroken, I gotta say that. That's all right, not every day can be a winner, right? Up next, we're going to take it down a notch, and we're going to go into the blue aisle. I was feeling a little blue, I can't lie. We weren't finding a whole lot. At this point, we only have those Ray Dunn ornaments, though it is a good get. Ooh, look, the 80s is calling, and I'm saying pass. Everybody needs some dinosaur, some glittery dinosaur feet, don't you, though? Psych. Here we've got, these are very 80s. Do you remember when like this green marble was all the rage? Obviously they are taper candle holders here. They're a little too specific for me. They are very masculine. I will say that. It's just, like I said, it's reading like 1989 to about 1992 men's office. It's not really the market that I'm selling in, so I do leave them behind. Cute little Beatrix Potter there. And of course, you know, we do have to check out the clear glass. A little like, they seem like they would be olive oil containers there. Not really feeling it. Don't believe that they are Empoli. It looks like those were more mass produced. Though I will say Empoli kind of was too for back in the day. Standard fare, I will say that. Now I do spot this Indiana glass here, the Daisy and Button. This thing has been here for a hot minute. She's a little dirty, gotta admit, but you can clean it up no problem. It's only $3. I've yet to pick it up. It's a rather common pattern. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll go back in another 2 months and it'll be there. This is interesting. What are we thinking about this? I don't know. It's a look. How about we go with that? I mean, to each their own. To each their own. These are really cool. These are actually Pottery Barn. I'm not mad at it. I'm really, truly not. I think that they're bright. They're colorful. There is some good value on them, especially for the Goodwill price. I actually was really considering they do come in a set of 4. We are obviously missing a plate. I don't know. I really like these. I think that they're great, but I was like, we're missing 1. And then I'm kind of looking at the blue one here. And I was like, is it just scuffed? Is it like, am I going to be able to get that off? We spent a little time on it. And unfortunately, as you can see closer here, it is pretty marred up. It's scratched. That's not, unfortunately, going to come out. While I was interested in getting them, there isn't the best value on them. I was going more so off of the aesthetic. Yeah, the black one, you can see there's quite a bit of condition issues. Well, we're going to wrap it up outside. That's all I found here, guys. Okay, well, we didn't find a whole lot in there. That's okay. We found something, the Ray Dunn ornaments. Now, are they new? Yeah, but do they go into, I think, a vintage collector's home, or but I think that there's definitely resale value on those. They're in really good condition in their original packaging. And we're gonna head in next door to the antique mall, and I'm already seeing stuff that is catching my eye. Let's do it. Okay, so here you can see the stuff that I was seeing from the exterior. Specifically, it was this whole pieces here. Look at that. These are great. I love these. I've never actually seen the yellow. I typically find it like the pink ombre into the blue. This is so bright and cheerful. It's priced at $35. Darn it, I wanted it to be a little less expensive. Yes, I am seeing the very large Royal Hager swan there. She is impressive. The shipping would be a nightmare on that one. Loving the fan vase here. It's an unusual shape. Now there is a pretty significant hairline in it, so I am going to have to leave that one behind. Like I said, it's an unusual shape. I'm really loving this color, and you know, I've said it before, but hull isn't my personal taste, but this color combination and that shape, that really did speak to me. I have to be honest with you. Ooh, and then look at down here. These guys, these little bisque babies. Now look, this is one thing that I am a little snooty on. We're going to flip them over and check the back here. And it turns out that these aren't made in Japan. These are made in Germany. Typically, these guys are marked here, Japan. So I'm like, they're cute, but I only want the German or the Nippon ones, the antique babies. So yes, we definitely did pick up the little German bisque babies. Now, I have recently found this bear and trash can salt and pepper shaker. However, he's too cute for me to leave behind. I know I just got him, but the cuteness hasn't worn me out yet. Love this little strawberry set here, the salt, peppers, the underplate, a little jam jar here. It's marked at $10 and it says made in occupied Japan. And I was like, but where? It says it right underneath here. Ooh, talk about some Royal Hager swans. This thing is large and in charge. Talk about a nightmare to ship. Obviously in a matte pink. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful piece. But I don't get that. That's a little too much. Now, I do end up picking up this piece. It is a porcelain, Japanese. I absolutely love it. I still have not been able to figure out the manufacturer. I got to take a little bit more time with Google Lens. And if you don't know a lot of kanji or the Japanese or Asian characters, if you get a good picture and you angle it the right way, in other words, it reads the way that it is actually written, Google can translate it to you. So I'm hoping against hope that maybe I can't identify it that way. We do have a great little Royal Copley planter here. This one's unusual. I've never seen it playing the guitar. More often than not, I've seen him with a lollipop, as well as just a plain little bow tie. We've got some whole wall pockets here. I like them, not overly sold on them. Don't really like that super high glaze. That high glaze is indicative of being later era. Again, another hull piece here. We've got the ebb and tide line. I absolutely adore this piece, though I do prefer the brown and green glaze versus the pink glaze. I think that the brown and the green lends itself better to the sculptural details. Talking about green and brown, how about this little jardiniere down here? Now, I have picked up a couple of these recently. This one is priced at $18, which is a fantastic deal. It is unmarked, so I do decide to leave it behind just because of the amount of the Majolica jardiniers that I've been buying. But talking about Majolica, we have this beautiful little figural jar here. It very much looks like a Madonna, the image of Mary, but I love this very natural, very foresty, the ferns down here on the bottom. The interior glaze being colored, a lot of times it will be a turquoise that you are seeing. The pink, though, those are typical hallmarks of a higher end or a manufacturer that had maybe a little bit more quality to it. I've actually sold these hobbyist piece gnomes before. I've had both of these. I was curious to see what the vendor had on them in here. Look at these little, oh my goodness. It's me after a day of work. What? I mean, but y'all know, you know what I mean? We've all had those days. The vendor here has got a lot of really interesting littles. I love looking at the littles, all the little figurines. I do spot some long neck Siamese cats back here. It does appear that it is a set. Unfortunately, it was priced more specifically for a collector than me to get for resale. $32, and again, that is for the set of those, so not too terribly bad, and definitely a price I think a lot of collectors would snatch those up on. Oh, and speaking of, just a reminder, everything that you are seeing in the Antique Mall, we are at Lewisburg Antiques in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. I will go ahead and put the contact information down below. If you're seeing something in the video that I did not purchase or it was in the background, you can actually call Lewisburg Antiques. You can arrange a purchase over phone, and of course they will in fact ship it to you. Now, shipping is going to be additional, but that's something to keep in mind, unless you're really interested in this absolutely stunning hull tree. This is definitely going to be a pickup piece for you, though it is available for sale. I think it is stunning. It's so sad, but I so appreciate the woodworking detail. Could you imagine how much it would cost if you were to manufacture that in today's dollars? Woo. Love this little Bakelite letter organizer. At first, I thought it was a toast holder, and then I was like, no, you fool. I mean, do you imagine the size of toast? Though I wouldn't be mad at that either. I love me some toast. Does everybody go through a phase in life where all they want to eat is toast and butter? Did you have that phase? Are you going through that phase right now, folks? Let me know. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but you never know what you're going to get here at the Cult of Vintage. You're welcome, guys. We've seen that little wood bear back there before. He's super cute. Love it. We got some Jeanette down there in the pink milk glass, little uranium. Now, we do spot this Fenton piece here. Obviously, it is hand painted. I was kind of curious about it. Yes, it is $40, though it's an unusual sculpt. While it is unusual, it is such a specific sculpt, it being the shell. So I decided not to take a chance on it, though that pink and the hand painting definitely would have been big selling points. This guy is definitely strutting his stuff, and he's got something to be proud of. Beautiful hobbyist piece here. Those rhinestones and kind of like the aurora borealis effect, that was really unusual. Typically see them more in like that acrylic plastic that you would see in the Christmas tree. So that was a really cool feature. I've never seen that one before. This vendor, you've seen it before, does an absolutely magnificent job in displaying all of their wares. Now, I will say this, the vendor's booth is specific or priced for collectors and not for resale, but that doesn't mean that we can't stop and appreciate it. Check it all out. Look at all of the goodies. Like I said, you can definitely tell this vendor appreciates their things. Love looking in here. I also love spotting these Enesco, I almost called, no, they're not wall pockets. They're just simple little wall hangings. That is the fair price. That is retail. Love the little Joseph. I don't know if he is, but Joseph-ish. Little turtle there with the lashes. He's a sweetheart. Here it is. I don't know. Some people are going to think this is nightmare fuel. I absolutely loved it. It is obviously an artisan piece. Yes, those are fingers that are sticking into the eye of the head. That is a pitcher. And the liquid would come out of the fingers. Talking about fingers, there's a giant finger that's also serving as the handle. It is freakish. It is weird. It is unique. It is one of a kind. It is something I bought. Yeah, I did. We go from a head with fingers in it to this a little bit more safer McCoy picture here, obviously in that buttery yellow. It's got a little bit of crazing to it. I think that it adds to the aesthetic value. It unfortunately wouldn't be something that I would consider food safe, though it would make for a beautiful display and most certainly would make a wonderful floral vase. Love, 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 love this shade of blue. It does appear to have a Depression era pattern on it, though I don't know that it is Depression era. That's just, again, that it is the aesthetic value that it's giving me. Again, we've got another, I love this shade of yellow, very Art Deco in design, in color. Again, not necessarily something that I would use to store and serve liquid out of, but again, great pop of color in your displays, as well as a wonderful floral vase. All kinds of little teapots that we were seeing here. I guess I was super attracted to the yellow. Ooh, that was only $7. Michael, why don't you get that? Love the blue one here. Look at the shell detailing on this. It's done very tastefully, I think. So that way, if you're not necessarily the biggest aquatic or beach fan, you can still decorate and appreciate the color to it. This one was super cute. It is a contemporary piece. It is a single serve teapot as well as a teacup. I love that design. Yep, we are seeing Hummingbird Grace China again. Contemporary, but that doesn't take away from the piece. I think that, and it is a transferred image there, but I think that it's a beautiful piece, visually speaking. Very shabby chic French country. So definitely wanted to highlight that one. Now, this is a really unusual piece. It turns out that this is actually a hobbyist piece. Now, I forget who actually originally did this sculpt, but it's very Van Briggle-esque. Obviously, the sculpt is a little too sharp for it to be Van Briggle, but it is reminiscent of Van Briggle. And again, I know that it was like a 1920s pottery company that had the original sculpt, and it seems that it was turned into a hobbyist piece. Love this whole tree. Again, beautiful. Did you see that clawfoot detailing to it? And it can be yours for only $700. I think that is an absolutely amazing deal. Again, if you see it, you can call down, purchase it over the phone, and I bet you they'll hold it for you. Hey, do you remember that whole vase from up front? This one is $75, though it does not have a hairline. And of course, we then saw some popcorn linen here and chenille. You know that I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, it was priced for a collector at $45. I was like, oh, white popcorn. I'm going to leave that one there. We've got some other great vintage linens, a little bit of Afghan action going on down here. And then I saw, of course, this Dusty Rose chenille, and it was priced at $49. And I was like, Michael, don't do it. Don't do it, Michael. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't open it and fall in love with the design. I couldn't resist temptation. I was seeing that burgundy pattern to it. I had to open it. I was like, is it a peacock? I knew it wasn't a peacock, but I still had to look. We popped it open, and it's kind of got like that bow and ribbon effect to it. So I didn't feel too tempted. I felt okay with leaving this one behind. Great for a collector, not where we needed it to be for resale. Here is a quick overview of the basket, you guys. This is everything that we are getting today. And yes, our super freaky, unusual head and finger picture. That is it, guys. And we are going to wrap it up outside. See you there. Alrighty, guys. Well, there you have it. I think that was another successful shopping trip. I'm very pleased with everything that we got. I mean, I gotta say, a head picture with fingers sticking in the eyes, and the fingers are the spouts, and I'm like, well, of course I'm gonna buy it. I really am concerned. But I gotta say, I think it's really unusual and cool. That's exactly why I got it. Because who else is gonna... Nobody. That might be a good thing, though. Anyhow, guys, we're gonna wrap up today's video. I hope that you did enjoy it. It was a fun time. That picture is just still... Until next time, guys, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.